When you're trying to move towards an account-based model, what does that really mean? That's a company-wide initiative to move towards an account-based model. That means that sales is selling from a perspective of trying to close accounts. The majority of the key functional teams like marketing, sales, product, they're aligning on who are those key accounts that they want to sell to, what products are going to be a good fit. So that's going to help them determine first, what is your ideal client profile? And so as you begin to determine which key accounts you're going to set up in your system and which accounts best fit the products that you have to offer, there is this concept of, well, everybody could be a customer, and we have a known universe of 2,000 accounts. And as people really start to dig into that conversation of first, well, who am I really going to target this year? Can I come up with a list of 200? How might I segment those people? What really are the people that I'm going to close out? It's a different conversation than people saying, well, I have all, 2,000 people, 2,000 accounts that could be my customer. And so one of the conversations that we talk with our clients is really how to filter to the top those key accounts first from an ideal client fit, and then looking at the business's goals. So from a finance perspective, you're going to need to determine, how much business do you need to close this year? Excuse me. And so from that, you can kind of backfill, well, how many sales reps do you have? And from that, you can determine, well, what is the close rate of those sales reps? If you're not mature enough yet in having that data, you can kind of speculate. And this is where you would come to the table with saying, okay, we're going to start off with allocating 20 key accounts per sales rep. Maybe right now we only have a team of 10 sales reps that are going to be handling these accounts. Some other questions that start to come up is, well, how long is your sales cycle? Can your sales team handle 20 accounts, key accounts at a time? What does that relationship look like? This is where we start to dig into, well, what data is being allocated by the account? What data are you recording off of the sales rep? Are you tracking key conversations? Are you tracking marketing initiatives per account? So you can see that we start to break it down from ideal client fit and really knowing who that key selection of target accounts should be, as well as the finance side of how many accounts do we need to close to meet our business goals, to then what resources do we have and what's going to be our starting point. The fourth bucket there that I mentioned as well is data. So how are you going to measure and improve? So I would say I can't give you a proper answer of, this is the set number to start with. But I can say if you look at those four components, that's going to start to tee you up first to say, okay, what's a baseline number of accounts that I can allocate per rep, per territory? It is going to depend on your resources, the team that you have, how many people you have as far as your sales team. And then from a marketing perspective, your marketing strategy. So this is, again, the account-based model. What's fantastic about it is that it really does encourage that sales and marketing alignment and those key conversations. So if anything, I think it's about asking the right questions and making sure that you have the right answers so that you can really strategically plan for this upcoming year and decide, is it on a quarterly basis that I need to change which accounts we're going to be focusing on, which sales reps or what accounts they're going to be focusing on this quarter, or if it's semi-annually or if it's annually. I've typically seen companies do it on an annual basis if they have a long sales cycle. So what I mean by long sales cycle is greater than 9 months. So if you have a sales cycle on average that takes 9+ months, you're not going to rotate out an account to a different sales rep or change them up within the year. You're going to do that at the beginning of the next year or whenever your financial calendar starts.